Hello guys, this is Beamer FPS with another Valorant video. In this video, I'll be showing you guys really good attacking, defending, and retake arrows for every single map. If they take a site and you want to retake that site, I will be showing you guys the arrows to be using for every single map, also for every single site. Sova did get me to diamond myself, so I am happy to share my arrows with you guys, so I hope you enjoy. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. So the first map I'll be showing you guys is Ascent. So what you want to do is hug the corner of the crate and place your crosshair at the edge of the corner. 2 bounce, full strength, and it looks like this. This is another arrow I like to do on A defense. If you just toss it over the wall with 1 power, no bounce, it will make it over. It does not matter where you stand. So if you are holding A by yourself and they start to rush you, so you back out of the site through heaven, this arrow will retake the site. First, what you want to do is stand on the second metal pole. Look at the first tile that is being split. Full power, 2 bounces, and it will scan the default planing area. This next arrow is really easy, but really no one uses it for some reason. What you want to do is look at the top of the first window, double bounce, 1.5 to 2 strength, and it looks like this. This next arrow is really good if you want to play market. Stand on the bottom of this line. Put your crosshair on the top of the bottom cloud, and it's 1.8 strength, no bounce. So if you're doing the market arrow and they rush into the site and you need to retake it, you can retake the site from market with this arrow. Place your crosshair where the wire splits, full strength, 1 bounce. If you want to reveal the whole site instead of the back of the site, you can do it from market this way. Stand on top of the bicycle that is inside market. Look above the cloud just a little bit and full strength, 2 bounces. Attacking on a site on Ascent is really easy. All you gotta do is toss it over the wall with like 1 power. If you start a site from attacking on top of the boxes, you can also scan the site this way. For attacking B site, if you just toss the arrow over the building like 1.2 strength, it will reveal the place where people camp all the time. If you stand on top of the box attacking B and you double bounce it off the top window, it will reveal the inside site. You can also scan both sites from Ascent mid. This is how. So if you toss it over this building for like 1.5 strength, it will make it over.
So if you toss it over this building for like 1.8, 1.9 strength, you will make it on the site. Next map we will be doing is Bind. If you one bounce it full power off this wall, it will reveal the left side of A mid, and it will also reveal the center of A mid. For this arrow, you gotta make it where you can barely see the corner of the other side of the showers and do full strength double bounce. But make sure you do not hit the corner that is closest to you. For this arrow, if you just toss it over this peachy color building, like 1.5, it will make it inside mid. For this arrow, you can just toss it in over this hole and it will literally just go inside mid. For this arrow, if you kind of hug this wall and just toss it over this wall for 1 strength, it will reveal long. For this arrow, if you stand on this line and look in between the cracks and you do strength of 2, it will reveal A site. If you stand on top of these boxes and put your crosshair on the bottom of the yellow symbol and you put the strength to 1.5, you will reveal heaven. You can also stand on the log on the left side of mid from A and hug the wall while onside the log and toss over this peachy building for like 1.5, and you'll also reveal A. For this arrow, if you look at the bottom part of this hole and you toss it inside this hole for the strength of like 2.3, it will make it on to B site. If you are watching hookah and you fast push out of it and they fast push A site, you could give A site an arrow from mid this way. If you toss the arrow over the corner of this building for like 2.1 strength, it will make it on A site. If you are being pushed out of A and need to retake it, you could do it this way. You can kind of hold the wall to the left and just toss it over the wall in front of you for like 1.1 strength. If you are being pushed out of B and want to retake it, it is actually really easy on this map. If you toss it over this little space for like 1 strength, it will make it right on the site. Next map we'll be doing is Haven. For this arrow, you gotta line yourself up with this leaf on the floor, stand on top of it. After that, place your crosshair to the left of the branch and the strength is like 1.5, and it will make it on A site. For this next arrow, stand on top of the leaf again, but this time you want to look at the bottom of the branch and just toss it over for 1 strength and it will reveal long. This next arrow, the B arrow, is really hard to do. I wouldn't recommend like first time doing this arrow in a ranked match. I would go into a custom game first and then go into a ranked match with it. But if you know how to do it, it is really good. What you want to do is go to the back of your spawn, stand on top of the cliff, and what you want to do is try to get the arrow inside the window. But you want to line your crosshair up at like the middle of the yellow bell, and you want to go full power. The thing that's really hard is trying to get it inside the window. And when you get it inside the window, you want to double bounce it. If you can't do that first arrow, you could also do the second arrow. What you want to do is line your crosshair up at the second red mark on the wall and bounce it 1 time full strength. But you gotta watch out for the double doors in mid because they could sometimes kill you if they are good. For the next arrow, what you want to do is go in between these 2 things on the floor, and when you're in the middle of it, look up and you'll see like a line go at the top, like the top part in between it, and do like 1.5 strength and you'll make it right on C site. This arrow is also good for retaking C site. For this arrow, if you just toss it over the building for like 1 strength, it will get it right into their attacking of A. For defending B, it's really easy, but you really don't do it as Sova. But if you bounce it off of the corner of this wall, it will go right into the mid window. For defending C, if you double bounce it off of the wall that is like sticking out, it will go right into C long. Full strength. You can also scan outside of double doors if you do full power on the second, before the second red strip of the wall, it will land outside of B double doors. If they take over A site and you guys have to retake it, you can just toss it over this building with 1 strength and it'll reveal the whole A site. If they push you out of B and you need to retake it, you could make it where you barely see like the corner of the wall and you double bounce it full strength and it will land like outside of B mid and it will scan the planter. Make sure you also hug the box. If you get pushed out of C and you need to retake it, what you can do is put your crosshair on the like below the closed window, full strength, 1 bounce, and it will reveal the whole C site and the planter. Next map is Split. In my opinion, Split is the best map to play of Sova on. For this arrow, what you do is stand on top of the boxes that's near rafters and you just toss it over this building for 1 strength and it will reveal the whole back of B attacking. For this arrow, if you stand up in A heaven and you just full strength onto the edge of this, like I don't even know what it's called, it will reveal the whole attacking of A and it is really good. A lot of people in higher ranks know the previous arrow, so another arrow you can do is, what you can do is look at like the top of this brown thing in full strength and it will reveal the whole back of the same area. For this mid arrow, if you hug the back corner and you full strength to like a little bit below the number 2, it will reveal the inside of market. For the mid arrow, if you want to reveal the left side of mid, like near sewer, what you do is you hug the back corner again and you look at the left wall where you could barely on the edge of the corner of the left wall, and you full strength double bounce and it will land out literally outside the sewer. Another cool arrow I learned is if you can scan market from heaven. If you stand on the trash can on heaven and you look straight up and you make yourself like straight from the left side of the wall, there's like a flower thing there, and right above it, if you go like right above it full strength, it will go right into market and it will scan everyone in market. This first arrow on attacking, if you stand on the bicycle beside your spawn and you go to the right of the billboard and you do 1.5 strength, you'll make it right inside mid sniper cubby. For attacking B, this arrow is mainly for like ciphers who play B site. It will scan where ciphers usually sit. So what you do is you place your crosshair to the left of like that dish, and it's 1.5 strength, and it will go right in the back where ciphers sit. This next arrow I'm about to show you is really cool. You can scan heaven from market. What you do is you stand on the second top step, you hug the wall to your right, and you stand on the top of it. You look up, you'll see the pink building. You make sure your bounces, the word bounces is like on the top of the pink building where the metal pipe is, and it's full strength, and it will go over and it will go onto heaven, and this is how it goes. This next arrow, you stand on top of the box, you look over toward heaven, and you just toss it over the little building for 1.2 strength, and it will get anyone who is camping outside of heaven. This next arrow is actually really useful. If anyone is camping on site, it will reveal them. What you do is you stand on top of the box, you look over to your right, you'll see like a pointy building thing sticking out. You go on like to the top of it, you put your crosshair on top of it, and it's 1 bounce, and it is 2.1 strength. So if you have the bomb planted on A, there is this shock dart trick where if they try to defuse it, where you can shock them and kill them. What you do is you go into your A spawn where you attack from, and you go to the top step. You hug the wall and you look up. You'll see a leaf sticking out. You go to the left side of the leaf and you do like 1.8 strength, 1.5 strength. Next arrow will reveal the whole top ramp. What you do is you'll see these like bumps on the ground. You hug them. You look over toward top ramp and you give it like a 1.2 strength. Toss right over and reveal top ramp, and it'll also go inside heaven. If you get pushed out of A and you basically want to fake them and you want to retake the site, what you can do is bounce it off the heaven wall. The first panel to the left, you'll see like this little stain inside the wall that's like near the line that's going to the second one. If you bounce it off that for like 1.5 strength, it will go onto site. And what you can do is after you reveal it from heaven, they're gonna think that you're in heaven. So what you can do is wrap around the screens and go from screens, and yeah, you could basically juke them. If you get forced out of B, what you can do is go to the second plant, look for the dot closest to the second plant, look up the top wire, and it's like a 2.1 strength, and it's like this. Well, thank you guys for watching. Those are like the main arrows I use for attacking, defending, and retaking. I have a lot of Sova friends out there who ask me like, how do you learn your arrows? What do you do? I spend time in custom games and I just toss arrows. Also, I don't always use them arrows too, like okay, it's for defending maybe and attacking, but for like retaking, sometimes I'll just like toss it over the building and see where it goes, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if it does work, it does work. I have like a lot of confidence in myself and my Sova that if I just toss it, I know where it will go at the end of the day. But all you Sova mains out there, keep up the arrows, keep up the work. I hope to see other videos out there of Sova. I hope you guys enjoyed my arrows, and thank you guys for watching.